Hey everyone, this is Thatch. Just as a reminder for everybody, if you want to listen to full PuCL, you can always go over to the main feed and do that. However, if you also are just interested in listening to trivia, remember this happened late 2016, early 2017, so Toucan is definitely an answer, but unfortunately Stack Attack isn't. But I hope you enjoy this trivia segment. On to PuCL's PokeQuiz. PuCL's PokeQuiz is this part of the show where we quiz your co-hosts on their innate Pokemon knowledge. And I'm going to do this more often because a lot of these questions were provided by our listeners today. We also, just by going to our Discord. So if you haven't already, check out our Discord. The invite link is in the show notes. It's
Why do the listeners hate us that?
So not all of these are from the listeners. I have 5 questions as always. One of them is worth 2 points. Because it'll have 2 answers and you get a point for each answer. And on top of that, you have a hint that you can use once throughout the rounds. But if you save that hint and get all of the questions correct, you can cash that hint in for an extra point. So if you guys are ready, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Of course, no browsers. Just put those down. You got to use what's in your noggins. So if you guys are ready, we are going to go ahead and we are going to start with a question from Linian. Linian says, priority moves are pretty popular in Pokemon, but it turns out that almost all of them are physical. Except for 2 priority moves that are special. One of them is Water Shuriken. What is the other special priority move?
Vacuum Wave.
Is that your final answer?
Yep.
Are you sure? Can you make it a little bit longer while my soundboard opens?
Okay, so
Okay, we got it. Okay.
Okay, it's Vacuum Wave.
Vacuum Wave is your final answer. That is correct. That is the correct answer. Vacuum Wave is the other special priority move. All right, so that's good. You guys have a point so far. So this next question comes from H3NZ or Hens. He asks, so in Generation 2, the mechanic where Fire-type moves could unfreeze a Pokemon was introduced. However, there was one move in Generation 1 that could unfreeze Pokemon. What was it?
I think it might have been something like Fire Spin or Flame Wheel, something like that, Zcron.
Okay, we don't need to necessarily think fire-type moves. It could very well be one of those status healing moves, like when was Heal Bell introduced, etc.
Wait, didn't he say it was specifically a Fire-type move?
No, I was using that as an example of the mechanic that was introduced in Generation 2. Because prior to that, there was only one move in Generation 1 that would unfreeze Pokemon.
One move that would unfreeze Pokemon in Generation 1.
I don't know if Heal Bell was Generation 1, though. I don't think it was.
This was a tough one.
Yeah, I think it's Gen 2. What would it be? It's probably Fire-type in that case. So we need to think like Ember?
Do you want to use our hint, Zcron? Because I think we're kind of grasping at straws here.
But give me one more sec. I think we refresh our timer if we use the hint, so let's see.
We do. Well, we get an
because I keep a super specific timer for this.
Shut up, Thatch.
I thought you did for the longest time. I was disappointed when I found out you didn't.
I'm glad that I fooled everyone. Because when I go and post and I edit, because I edit down this segment particularly, because there's a lot of and like Zcron clicks.
And you can see the times are all over the place. I get it.
Yeah.
Okay, so moves that unfreeze you in Generation 1.
Fire Blast.
I don't even know that it was a Fire-type move.
I'm gonna need an answer.
Okay, let's use a hint.
Yes.
It is a move that would be considered a status move. Yeah,
okay.
by today's standards. And it is not a Fire-type move. I'm going to say that just so you guys get off that path. It is not a Fire-type move.
Did Chansey know? Did Refresh even exist in Generation 1?
I think it might be Refresh. I would believe Refresh existed before Heal Bell on the basis that Heal Bell was introduced mainly on a bunch of exclusive Pokemon in Gale of Darkness. So
Well, I know Heal Bell was not in Generation 1.
okay,
Refresh might have been.
Refresh might be good, but you can't use Refresh if you're if you're frozen.
Good point.
Huh.
Well, but Generation 1 has had all sorts of crazy mechanics.
It also
Status
couldn't
Quo-
be used by the Pokemon that was frozen.
Yeah. Wait.
No, that's an additional hint.
Wait, is
I
it
think-
Wisp Ghost?
No. I know this one. I read about this recently.
Okay.
There's some kind of thing in Generation 1. There's a status move that I think it overrides status somehow. I might be remembering completely wrong. I don't remember. I really do not
You
remember.
could always say Thunder Wave. Or
is this-
I'm pretty sure
What?
it's not that.
I'm gonna need an answer.
Can we say Yawn for the memes?
You can say yawn for the memes.
I don't think it's right then.
Oh gosh, if I had 10 more seconds on Thatch's imaginary timer, I could remember this.
Here's 10 more seconds. Go.
Okay. No, I don't have it.
All
I
right.
lied.
Sleep
Okay.
Powder.
Okay, what's your final answer? I need a final answer.
You say it, Whimsicott.
Toxic.
Say status move.
Toxic.
What is it? Toxic?
Toxic.
That
Yes.
is unfortunately incorrect. The answer is actually haze.
Oh.
Haze would remove status conditions.
Who sent this question so I can beat them up?
Hens, I said to this at the beginning of the question.
Hens. I'm
yeah.
coming for you, hens.
I think
Oh.
that was maybe the move I was thinking about, but
That
it
sounds
was
about what you're
way
thinking about.
a way more complicated thing that I read about. It wasn't just this remove status.
It removes
The move I'm thinking of.
non-volatile status conditions.
The move I'm thinking of did a whole lot of a more complicated thing, so it might have been. Well, anyway, we missed it.
All right. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to ask you question number 3. This one is from Snag and is worth 2 points. So this question says, in Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum, you had the new Super Contest to let your Pokemon show off their beauty and moves. The Master Ranking included recurring characters like Fantina, the Hearth's home gym leader. Turns out there were 3 other characters that were also of the recurring type, not just generic characters, but characters with sprites made specifically for them. Who were they? 1 point for each. If you get all 3, bragging rights.
Was one of them your mom, Joanna?
Are you asking me about Gen 4?
Oh,
I have no idea.
No. What is this? Okay.
Yell
First of all,
at Snag.
Exactly.
All right.
Okay, that one
Let's
makes
see.
sense, Scron. It
What?
could be very well.
Okay, so they generally have a gym leader and like maybe no, they wouldn't put Elite Four that early in the game, so we can discount those. Maybe other gym leaders. Think of those. I don't think any others than Fantina were very involved in contests. No, they weren't. I'm trying to think about what Gen 4 characters specifically. No, it's not coming to mind. Snag.
I really have no idea. It's Gen 4. It's a huge blank for me. Huh. I did buy some Gen 4 games, but I haven't replayed them yet, so...
Look at the pain you cause, Snag.
Okay, let's go with Joanna, for sure. That one makes sense.
Okay.
And gym leaders who do contests. Characters who do contests.
Oh, we should think about the little people who would follow you around.
The one from the forest.
Sure. What was her
Her
name?
name was I want to
Chansey.
say something like Cheryl or something
Yeah, it's
like that.
Cheryl. It's Cheryl.
Okay, we can try that one.
Okay, Joanna, Cheryl, and oh, we could try like I don't know. No, not Cynthia.
I honestly do not know. I mean,
I'm gonna need an answer.
okay.
Give me an answer.
Joanna, Cheryl,
Joanna-
and what were you saying, Zcron?
Scott from the Gen 3 Battle Frontier.
All right, so that is correct on one account and incorrect on two. So the answer is so Joanna is correct. Your mom is a gym leader, so that's 2 points for you guys now.
Could you say that in an obnoxious voice?
And
Your mom.
and so Jasmine is another one from Gen 2, the gym leader from Olivine City. She actually shows up in those. Yep, and then the third one is actually named Casey, and it's just a random nurse, presumably Heart Home City's nurse Joy, and she competes with the Chansey. So it's almost on the same. Like, I would say if I gave half points that you'd get a half point for thinking Chansey. So, but no, unfortunately, I don't do half points because I'm not dealing with that nonsense.
We all know you do half points, Thatch.
And so, you guys are at 2 points today. So we're gonna go to question number 4. This one was provided by Dr. Shamu. And so this has to do with some early '90s music, actually. So in the song "To Be a Master," they go ahead and there's like a part where they like mention all of the types to some extent. There are 15 original types in Pokemon, as you can recall in Gen 1. And so but unfortunately they don't actually name all 15 types in the games. They do mention 15 types, but one of them is actually incorrect. They call it the flame type, which doesn't exist. But which type is excluded? And just because it's called the flame type, the one that they mispronounce, it doesn't mean that it's fire. Like, I don't want you guys to like be like obviously fire type. Don't do that.
So I have an initial guess on this, Whimsicott, and it's normal, because why would you say normal type? Am I right?
I have no idea what you're talking about. What is this song?
To be a master, Pokemon master.
Okay, so it's not actually referring to anything referring to anything concrete, but it's a logical response to the answer, because all of the types are kind of cool whenever you say them.
Okay,
like, even
so
bug, but whenever you say like normal types, it doesn't really have that sort of ring to it. So based on just like logical reasoning, I'd say normal. You know?
what? How did the song go when they were mentioning the types?
It would be like in the verse. It'd be like in the verse.
Okay.
And so it's kind of like a half rap, you know, because it was the late 90s. And so it was a late 90s song for a children's TV show.
Yeah, I don't think we got that one here.
Blame Shamu.
I mean, what? Shamu, you're evil. This stuff never made it to Italy, I don't think. But what you said, Zcron, makes sense.
Is that your final answer?
It was my initial thought too, so we can go with that one.
All right, let's go with normal.
That is unfortunately incorrect.
What did we talk about? Like, oh my God,
the type that they actually forget is poison type. They just replace it with they replace it with the non-existent flame type.
This is blasphemy.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? Okay, so you guys are at 2 points. Let's get you guys 3 here.
I would argue that this is not a Pokemon trivia question.
That was a Pokemon trivia question. It was about the To Be a Master song, and I don't know. He just wants to be mean.
I'm going to send in trivia questions about names in the Italian dub next week. I'm warning you guys.
Do it the next time Scron's on. That's fine. All right. So, question number 5 is this question I ask you guys every week about base stats, and so fittingly, I chose the poison type. Because Scron's here and because you just got that question wrong. And so I want to know what poison type Pokemon has the highest base HP.
It might be Swalot.
I was thinking the same thing.
It might be Mega Venusaur. Yeah.
I don't know. Mega Venusaur has really good defenses, but the HP is not modified with the Mega Evolution ever. So I think Swalot is actually a better choice.
Yeah. Let's think about everything real quick.
Yes. Crazy poison types.
Dragalge is special defense.
This is not very easy. I bet it's not something you usually see used competitively.
Oh, it is.
It is.
You're just not thinking about it.
Oh gosh. Now he's making us doubt ourselves.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like Toxapex or something.
Well, that's actually... Wait, no. Toxapex has like crazy high defenses and low HP, right?
I don't know. I don't think it's low HP. Very well might be. And using that sort of hit we got, we can discount Swalot.
Yeah.
Unless Swalot is competitively used in lower tiers.
I'm gonna need an answer.
Well, you can wait for an answer. We just got a bunch of hard questions, man.
I mean, I don't think this one's too hard.
We're freaking out here.
We're freaking out, man.
There were so many things I could not have possibly.
You should blame the fan base. Yeah. You should blame the fan base then. Or step up your game. Step up your trivia game.
Had a perfectly reasonable question.
No, it's not reasonable if you guys can come up with it in 4 seconds. Like,
we're just good at Pokemon.
No, that's too easy.
Okay, I guess if we can't think of anything else, we can go with Toxapex.
Yeah, you pick.
Oh, I pick between Toxapex and what?
I could be Swalot competitively.
No.
I don't know.
No. I honestly, look.
Give me an answer.
Toxapex.
Okay, which I'm gonna say Alolan Muck because it's a more reasonable answer, but that's still incorrect. So because Toxapex isn't even in the top 300 Pokemon for base HP.
I thought so.
And so the answer is actually Amoonguss. Amoonguss has a base HP of 114, higher than any other Pokemon. And then let's see, we have you guys said Swalot. I think that's like 85 overall. You also forgot Nihilego, who has a base HP of 109.
Really?
Yeah. You guys forgot Muck itself with 105. Alolan Muck, I think, is a little bit lower. No, Alolan Muck is tied. 105. Alolan Muck was third, so like that was close. And yeah, I mean, there's not a lot of high HP poison types, obviously. So I thought that one was gonna be a little bit easier because I can't be like what poison type has the highest base speed. Well, the more you know. Swalot also has like a base HP of 100, so you were not too far off there either. So,
well, I hope the listeners did better than us.
I hope so as well. You guys got 2 points today. That's a score. So
a bad one.
It changes the rankings. Oh, I'm awful. I forgot to stop my soundboard. Okay, so. It does change the standings somewhat, so let me go do my my magic sorts. So Snag is still in first place with 25 points. Whimsicott, you are in second place with 21 points. Jushiro is in third with 18 points. Maximus in fourth, tied with Shamu with 16 points. Sublime is tied with Viger in sixth place with 14 points. Zcron, you've moved up to a reputable number 8 with 12 points. Bocephus is in 9th with 11, Basket in 10th with 7, and Gator bringing up the rear with 4. So that is it for this week's issue of PUCL PokeQuiz. If you want to send in any trivia, just hit me up on the Discord. We will try to add it in. Hopefully you at least give everybody else this hard of a time, community. So there we go. That is it for PUCL's PokeQuiz. And welcome to PUCL's PokeQuiz, the part of the show where we quiz your co-host on their innate Pokemon knowledge. And as it is innate, no browsers, guys, so lower those browsers. And we're going to go ahead and ask you guys 5 questions. One of them will have an extra point in it. So there's a total of 6 points. You will also be given a hint that you can use on one of the questions. And if you do not use it but get all of the questions correct, you can cash that in for an extra point. So if you guys are ready, I've got questions from, it looks like Linian and Tanamon and Snag, and they're all ready to go. If you guys are ready. All right.
I don't really have a choice in the matter, but alrighty.
No, exactly.
So question number 1. Lots of Gen 7 Pokemon got signature moves. Pyukumuku is one of them. What is the signature move that it got in Gen 7?
Acid reflex. No. I know it has something to do with spitting its guts out. I know that much.
I
But to
know
what
that.
extent? And it's a physical move.
I know that's his ability, but
Upchuck? I mean, just like, I know it has something to do with like puking its guts up.
I honestly do not remember this at all.
You have a hint.
Yeah, I know we have a hint, but it's like, do I really want to
I mean,
go that far already? Right out of
we
the gate?
don't remember, so we're not gonna guess the exact name of the move from a hint, probably, right, Viger?
Probably not. We're not
Um,
going to come anywhere closer, so.
I know. Could it have something to do with? I mean, his guts take the shape of a punch,
It has to.
and okay,
Somehow,
so
some way, it's got to have some sort of
its
physical
ability is innards out.
Yeah, so it does like automatic damage whenever it gets hurt.
Uh,
How does that?
I don't know. I mean, we could theoretically use the hint. I think there are better things to use it on, frankly.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
could
why
just make some.
Just give me an answer.
Okay.
Hint or no hint?
Okay. No hint. Let's make something up. It's going to be called.
Upchuck. That's what I feel like it is.
What was the other thing you said? Acid reflex.
Acid reflex. I know that isn't it. That was just me throwing it out there.
Is that your final answer?
Yes, Upchuck.
Might as
Let's
well
do it.
be.
That is unfortunately incorrect.
I figured as much.
The correct answer is Purify. Purify targets another Pokemon, and it'll remove any status condition it has, as well any non-volatile status condition, and possibly recover up to 50% of the target's HP. So it doesn't do it to Pyukumuku; it does it to a target. So that is its signature move.
I
Double
don't
battles
feel.
then for Pyukumuku.
I
Got it.
don't
Yeah.
feel very bad about not remembering this because I never knew it in the first place.
That's fair. You learned something today. The more you know.
Exactly.
Is that the snag question?
No, that was actually from Linian. All right, so the next one is from Professor Snag.
Oh boy, here we go.
Oh.
In Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, you can earn 20 ribbons in the contest hall. There is one other ribbon that you can get by completing all of the contests. What is it?
So the ribbon for getting all ribbons.
Okay, so there are master level contests that you get.
Master ribbons?
for- No. You get a master ribbon for each type of contest, I would assume, because master level ribbons are, one for each.
Yeah,
No?
I mean,
Yeah?
the ribbons were not a big thing for me. And it's just
I
like,
I never got them all. That's the thing.
no, I didn't either.
It could be called something like a rainbow ribbon because you get like each ribbon is a color.
Yeah.
And
I should say this is like a secondary effect for completing the contest.
well, oh yes, because if you complete every master rank contest in Hoenn, you get your portrait in the art gallery.
Yeah.
And so it could be something like the portrait ribbon, the gallery ribbon, the picture ribbon, something like that.
Is that your final answer?
The portrait ribbon? Which one sounds better to you, Viger?
I know it had something to do with like beating everything.
Do you want to get the hint on this one?
Yeah.
Wait, no, is that your final answer?
Which one? Portrait ribbon? I'm gonna go with portrait ribbon, whatever.
That doesn't seem right at all.
All right, I'm gonna give this one to you because you got the ribbon that you do get. It's called the artist ribbon. but it is for the exact same thing that you said it was due to. So I don't need the exact name. You gave me the way you get it. I'm going to take it.
Okay.
I don't expect you to remember the name. I don't expect you to remember the name of the ribbon. All right. So this next one's from Tanamon. So Pokemon Adventure, the manga. We all know the manga, right?
Yes.
We know of the manga. So it turns out we have different series in it, right? Red, blue, green, yellow. They're all different series. One series was actually discontinued before they could finish the storyline. What series was it in Pokemon Adventures?
Okay, so this is
Pokemon
only
Adventures.
for the US,
Yeah,
or
I
is
guess.
it for?
I think it's for
Japan?
everything. I think it's for everything.
For everything.
Let me double check.
Oh, I think I know with this one. Like, if it's not a US thing, because I know in the US, like, they interrupted the publication of the one of the Hoenn series, and they started with the Sinnoh series, and then they started publishing like Emerald again or something.
Yeah.
But I think in general in Japan, they did not finish Black 2 and White 2 because X and Y came out too fast.
Yeah, I was gonna say the Black 2 White, because that's something I keep seeing on Cerebi all the time, is like the Black 2 White 2 sagas update, and I'm like, we're in the middle of Sun and Moon.
Exactly.
Why is this still going on? So I want to say
I'm
Black
pretty
2,
sure
White
it's
2.
Black 2, White 2. Yeah. If it's
Is that
not
your final answer?
a US
Yep.
only thing. Yes.
That is correct.
Woo!
Yeah, the Black 2, White 2 chapters were, I believe they were discontinued because it began back in 2016, and I guess it's still being released, but it only had 2 volumes so far, and it's just stopped. Because as you said, it came out, X and Y came out too fast. It was also probably due to Black and White 2 being the worst selling Pokemon games. So
Yeah,
just throwing that out there. Yeah.
Also, they made up like the worst names for the protagonists ever.
Black
in that
2,
chapter.
White 2.
It wasn't
Uh,
Black 2 and White 2. It was Black 2 and White 2.
I know,
Yeah.
it's awful.
It was horrible.
It's awful. All right. So that gives you guys 2 points today. So we're going to go on to this question number 4. This one's worth 2 points, 1 for each answer. So it turns out hidden power can't be 2 types. What types can hidden power not be?
Normal fairy.
Are those your final answers?
I was gonna go with question mark, but I guess we can go
That's
with that.
not a type anymore. Oh, well,
That's not a
it is if an Arcanine uses burn up. But
Yeah, technically.
technically, but yeah, normal and fairy.
Normal and
That-
fairy. Yeah.
That is correct.
Leave it to the fairy master to know that.
Hidden power. Well, they didn't want to have to like come up with a new way to calculate hidden powers in Gen 6. So they just never made hidden power fairy a thing. And I don't think anything ever wishes it had hidden power fairy, honestly. Nothing that you can't cover
No, there are
somehow.
just so
Yeah.
many things that get dazzling gleam.
Yeah, Dazzling Gleam
Yeah.
just kind of covers it. All right, so that's 4 points for today. So our next question is what I ask every week. I ask about base stats. I chose fighting types this week.
What, you're not gonna go with steel this time?
No, I wanted to do something interesting. I want to know what fighting type Pokemon has the highest base attack stat.
Okay, I'm
Fighting.
pretty sure I know which one that is, but give us the hint anyway, because we might as well.
Oh, that's true. It's a Mega.
Is it Mega Mewtwo X Viger, or is it Mega Heracross?
Oh jeez. Well, no, it can't be Mega Lucario.
No, it's one of those two. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I'd almost have to feel like it has to be Mega Mewtwo X just because he's legendary and because he's Mewtwo.
But Mega
Mega
Heracross
Heracross.
has an insane base attack stat.
Yeah, that's another thing too. And then you don't really hear about anybody actually using Mega Mewtwo X. You
That's
hear more
because
people
it's
using
an
Because
Ubers.
it's Ubers.
that
It's
too.
Ubers.
Whatever. I'll go with Mega Heracross. That's what I'm
Do you
feeling.
want to go with Mega Heracross?
That's what I'm feeling.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure Mega Heracross has something like base 185. And I honestly don't know that Mega Mewtwo X could have gone that high.
I haven't heard of him being that ridiculously high. I think he was just throwing the Ubers because he's Mewtwo.
It's a legendary. It's a legend.
I know. I don't know. I guess that was Thatch's other hint, though.
Legendary.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I thought this was a gimme.
I mean, honestly, no, it wasn't a gimme. I'm very proud to have remembered that Mega Mewtwo X is fighting type in the first place because, again, it's Hubers. Nobody uses it.
Yeah.
Let's go
So
with that.
Mega Mewtwo X.
Mega Mewtwo X is correct. That gives you 5 points for the day.
That's very fair.
Yeah, so let me update that because that changes the standings quite a bit. Oh my gosh, I'm awful and I didn't stop my music.
Oh shit.
So, oh my gosh, this changes the standings a lot. Okay.
Well, I feel like that was fair because honestly, it's a mega would have been the first thing we said. So if we had asked for the hint, like after the minute, he should have told us it was a legendary.
Yeah, okay, here we go. Z to A. Okay, so the standings are updated now. So tied for first place now.
Oh shoot.
We have Snag and Whimsicott with 26 points.
Wow.
Tied for third place. We have Jushiro and Viger with 19 points. Tied. A lot of ties.
Wow.
Tied for fifth place. We have Maximus and Dr. Shamu with 16 points. In seventh, we have Sublime with 15 points. In eighth, Zcron with 12. Ninth, Bocephus with 11. In 10th place, Basket with 7. And bringing up the rear, Gator with 4. So that is your standings right now. And welcome to PuCL's PokeQuiz, the part of the show where we quiz your co-host on their innate Pokemon knowledge. Of course, you have to use what's in your heads, guys. No browsers, so lower those. And the way this works is you guys get 5 questions. You're going to get about 1 minute to answer each of them. And you get 1 hint that you can use to answer the questions. Though, if you get all the answers correct, you can cash that hint in for an extra point at the end. So if you guys are ready, we're ready to go.
Thatch, I have a quick question.
Okay.
Instead of cashing in the hint for an extra point, can we cash it in for your eternal love and affection?
You already have that, so...
Hey, I think we already have that.
Yeah.
Did you remember the special treatment we got on PokeCon? Oh, that's right. You didn't go.
I was in the closet the whole time.
All right. If you guys are ready, let's get this going.
It was the ultimate joke.
Question number 1. This one is from Dr. Shamu, by the way. This one is actually worth 2 points because you get 1 point for each answer. So did you guys know that out of all of the moves, there's only 2 moves that start with the letter J? What moves are those?
What?
There are 2 Pokemon moves that start with the letter J. What are the 2 Pokemon moves that start with the letter
Judgment.
J?
There's one called Judgment something.
Yeah, Judgment.
Arceus, right?
Judgment. Yeah. Definitely Judgment.
Of course, you only need one of these to cash in the hint at the end. But
What other J move other than Judgment? Is there something with jump in it?
Jump kick.
Wait.
Jump kick is a different move from high jump kick.
Okay, then
This
there
is
we
a
go.
fact.
are these your final answers?
Yeah, Judgment and jump kick.
That is correct on both accounts.
Woo!
There we go.
Both Jump Kick and Judgment are the only Pokemon moves that start with the letter J. Thanks to Dr. Shamu for that one. So this next question comes from Ozzy. He's helping out with Piddle, so he's actually he's helping out with that. He's also helping out with trivia apparently now. So in honor of Gold and Silver, their virtual console release this week, let's talk about the champion, Lance. Lance is an Aerodactyl in Generation 2 that uses a move that is not available to that Pokemon in that generation. What move is it?
I'm gonna guess Jushiro. I'd say Dragon Rage. I feel like
Dragon related, yeah.
I feel like it can't learn Dragon Rage, but they really wanted to get the whole dragon theme going.
Is this in Gen 1 or Gen 2? Sorry, what was the question? Was referring to Lance in Gen
Gen 2 because he's a champion.
Gen 2.
So wait, was the question it can't normally learn it in that gen?
Yes, correct. It ends up learning it later on.
Oh, so it might be like Dragon Claw or something.
This one's up to you. I barely remember.
It's hard. I want to say it's a dragon move. At any rate, because they really wanted to hit that sort of theme. But it's just a matter of what move was more common. What was like the dragon move in Gold Silver? Like, I feel like it was... jeez.
It could have been Dragon Tail. That came later.
It's not Dragon Tail.
Dragon Blast. Is there such a thing? Wait.
No. Because it gets it later, and Dragon Blast isn't a move. There's Dragon Pulse, but that's not released until Gen 4. I want to say it's either Dragon Claw or Dragon Rage. We could be completely out of left field, though. It's rough. It's a good question.
Want to use the hint?
I don't think we need to. I think it's worth the gamble here.
Okay.
To just guess either Dragon Rage or Dragon Claw.
I'm gonna go with Dragon Rage, but it's ultimately you choose.
I'm gonna if that's what your gut says. You're the one who's played Gold and Silver. I haven't actually.
Well, I did, but that was years ago.
Yeah, let's go with what you say here. So let's go with Dragon Rage, Thatch.
That is unfortunately incorrect. The actual answer is Rock Slide.
What?
Aerodactyl didn't learn Rock Slide until Generation 4.
What?
Yeah. Isn't that great? Unfortunately, you guys are at 1 point still.
That's
or
a
2
dirty
points.
question. I am disappointed in you, Ozzy. That's a dirty question. I'm trying to just have a good time here, and you pulled that.
Oh, bleep.
Yeah, we got a Crobat noise, I guess.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
All right. So
That was passionate. No worries.
yeah, that was passion. So the next question number 3. Let's see if you guys can bring it back. You guys are at 2 points, so you're not doing too bad. And so question number 3. Before the introduction to Fairy type, we had 2 Pokemon, Sableye and Spiritomb, who were both they had no weaknesses. Then Fairy type was introduced, and then what happened was our list of Pokemon that have no weaknesses decreased to just one evolutionary family. What evolutionary family has no weakness?
I know this. Do you think you know it, Jushiro? I want to give the viewers a little bit of time to think about it.
It's the eel. I forgot the name though.
Tynamo, Electric, and Electros. And that's because of their ability.
Only electric type, and they have Levitate. So effectively,
let me clarify something with Thatch real quick.
Yes.
Does it have to be just the typing, or can the ability factor?
The ability can factor in.
Okay, then that's what our answer is.
Yeah, that's our answer.
Okay, and that is correct. That gives you guys 3 points for today. It is Electros because Levitate and Electric typing make it immune to ground. Its only weakness. So, yay! All right, so we're going to go back to Generation 2 land. So when you start Gold and Silver, when you get your starter Pokemon, this is one of the only games in which your starter is holding an item upon receiving it. What item were they holding when you receive your starter in Gen 2?
I wish I would have bought Gen Pokemon.
Just go do it real quick in the next minute, you know?
No.
Oh, man. What are they holding?
Would be like a Sooth Bell or something.
It has to be like a bell. I'm sorry, like a berry.
Berry.
Something very common. It was just because, now your Pokemon can hold items, so let's start the game with giving you one that it's only one, so you can get a hold of the feature, but I can't remember. I think it was something as common as an Oranberry.
That's definitely a possibility.
Yes, it was something very common. It was something that it's like, he's holding something.
They didn't introduce mail until Gen 3, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Wait, did they? I think mail was there.
I'm going to need an answer.
Okay, Oranberry.
Oranberry.
Is that your final answer, Oranberry?
Unfortunately.
Oh, that makes it sound incorrect.
Like,
I'm going to accept that answer as correct.
Okay.
Because Oranberry was the equivalent to this item, because later on the berries actually got proper names, but in Gen 2 the berries didn't have proper names.
That's right.
It was just called a berry back in Gen 2.
Gotcha.
But it is the equivalent of the Oranberry nowadays. Because before you had the Pekka berry, you had the Puzzle Cure berry. So I'll accept it.
Awesome.
So that gives you guys 4 points for today. So we're going to go into our last question today. And as always, I ask you guys about stats. And so I want to talk to you guys about Psychic-type Pokemon today. And I want to know what Psychic-type Pokemon has the highest base defense stat.
I know Cresselia is pretty high. But I think it's defense form Deoxys.
Yeah. Not Metacross, right?
I mean, I don't know the answer, but I'm thinking that since like Deoxys is generally a pretty good guess when it comes to.
But what about Mega Metacross or Mega Steelix? Those are megas.
Yeah. Well, Steelix isn't a psychic type.
Oh wait, sorry, I got stuck on the steel part.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mega Metagross. But you're right. Yeah, it could be defense type Deoxys. It will make more sense actually.
Let's think about like mega forms real quick. Well, there's Slowbro. There's what else is there?
Yeah, this is harder than it sounded like.
I think like I know Cresselia's high, but like I don't think
never.
it's higher than...
I wouldn't put her. I wouldn't pit her against a defense form Deoxys.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
So it is between Slowbro, Metacross, Megaforms, both of them, and defense Deoxys.
Yeah. I'm really leaning towards the defense form Deoxys.
Me too.
Like,
honestly.
I don't like. I could be completely in left field, and it's like actually high in HP or something.
Yeah.
But like, I think this is a pretty good guess.
Yep.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
Unless you want to use the hint.
Nah.
Okay.
I mean, you could use it as a free hint.
Oh yeah. Wait, is this our last question?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Let's use it.
It's a Mega Pokemon.
There we go.
Okay.
Mega Slow, Mega Metacross are two of options. I think Slowbro is more defense than Mega Metacross.
Are we missing? Are we missing one?
I'm pretty sure we are. What other Mega Psychics are there other than like a Sam and Mewtwo? Which both obviously
Gallade, Gardevoir,
Gardevoir count for defense. I mean.
Metacham, like those are the only ones that come to mind.
Yeah.
I know there's more. Oh wait, there are the Mewtwo's, but they're not relevant. Oh, Latios and Latias.
Also, I don't think they're big in defense.
Latios and Latias.
They're offensive.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, let's go with Mega Slowbro.
Slowbro, I think Slowbro, because its stick is that he's covered in a shell, so he's more defensy.
So that's your final answer, Mega Slowbro.
I think so, Zcron?
Yeah, let's go for it.
That is correct.
Yeah!
Mega Slowbro is the answer. It has a base defense of 180. Deoxys is actually number 2 on that list with what base defense of 160. And then, of course, Mega Metagross is actually number 3 on that list with the base defense stat of 150. So good job for you guys there. So that actually changes up the standings almost down the ball. So we're going to take a look at it, though. You guys got 5 points today.
Woohoo!
Good job for you guys. You guys got 5 points. That actually does change things to some extent.
Cool.
So
thank you, viewers, for submitting. Not viewers, listeners, for submitting great questions. Except you, Wazzy.
The rest of those questions are written by me. So thank you, Sharon. So tied for first place right now, we have Snag and Whimsicott with 26 points. Jushiro, you are now in third place with 25 points.
You mean second place?
It's third place because they're tied for first. So there's still 2 people ahead of you. In fourth place, we have Viger with 19 points. Zcron now in fifth place with 17 points.
That's right.
Maximus and Shamu are tied for sixth place with 16 points. Sublime Manic is in eighth place with 15 points. Bo is in ninth with 11 points. Basket is in 10th with 7 points. And Gator is in 11th place with 5 points. So that's the standings now. It's a race to 30. We'll see who wins. All right, so check out next week for another exciting installment of PokeQuiz. And welcome to Puckle's PokeQuiz, the segment of the show where we're going to quiz your co-hosts on their innate Pokemon knowledge. It is a race to 30 points between our co-hosts here, and they work as a team answering questions. There are 5 questions. One of them was going to have a bonus point. They get 1 hint to use, and they can cash in that hint at the end if they get all of the questions correct for an extra bonus point if they don't use it. So Snag is actually within winning distance today.
I am, yes.
He needs 4 points. 4 points, and that's it. So he's very close. He has a chance to cross that finish line, and I will remind Sublime that if you help Snag cross that finish line, your points will carry over with you into the next round. So you effectively get a head start for helping Snag.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, exactly. So if you guys are ready to start, of course, no browsers. You have to use what's in your noggins, nothing else. And before we start, all these questions are themed on Gen 2, our topic today. So I hope you guys you can get them. Also, some of them are from different members of the community. So let's jump into it. If you guys are ready, of course.
Yes.
All right. So first question is from Linian. Ho-Oh, the legendary Pokemon on the cover mascot of Pokemon Gold version, once had a signature move in Sacred Fire. However, starting in Generation 6, this move is no longer a signature move of Ho-Oh. What other Pokemon can now learn Sacred Fire?
Entei. Final answer.
All right.
Yes. I know that one, Snag. I got
That is correct.
All right.
It is Entei. All right. So, moving on, then that's 1 point for you guys. Question number 2. This one is brought to us by a newer member to Discord. Let me get his name real quick before I forget. Ozzy Camper Dooley. So we got an Ozzy. He's gonna ask you guys more about Gold and Silver. Gold and Silver introduced to us an item in Generation 2 that was associated with Mewtwo, where it would boost the holder's attack stat at the cost of permanently, and I put this in quotes, confusing the holder. What item is it? And the permanently is in quotes only because it would only confuse you for 256 turns. If the battle lasted any longer than that, you would be cured of your confusion. So what item was introduced that was associated with Mewtwo in Generation 2?
All right, so item with Mewtwo in Generation 2. The first one jumping out at me is Twisted Spoon, but that's probably more of an Alakazam thing. Oh, man.
Yeah. Well, Mewtwo is...
Or
Like, you know how you have those notes on Cinnabar Island about Mewtwo's creation?
Yep.
Could it be something there? I have no idea.
I'm not sure either, and that's tough because Gen 2, like, Mewtwo wasn't even found in those games. The other thing that I'm thinking about is, like, a powder of some kind, and I don't know why that's jumping out at me, but, I'm a little perplexed myself. Do we want to use our hint now, or do we want to try and save it for a different one?
I think we should save the hint for something where we are more likely to get the answer with the hint.
Sure. Okay.
Okay, so you want to use the hint?
No, we do not.
Oh, okay.
No. Let's. Like I said, the only thing coming to mind is like a powder of some kind or the Twisted Spoon, but I'm really not sure on that.
I can't think of anything that's a powder that would be associated with Mewtwo. Oh, maybe it has to do with DNA, since it's made out of Mew's DNA.
We're gonna need the answer soon.
What do you think is best, Sublime?
I really have no idea. No idea.
All right. Let's just go with Twisted Spoon.
Sure.
Unfortunately, that is incorrect. You guys were getting close though, because it is the Berserk Gene. You can find it where Cerulean Cave used to be in Generation 1. The Berserk Gene does that though. It will boost your Pokemon's attack by 2 stages and then at the cost of permanently confusing them. So, let's move on though. You guys are still at 1 point. This next question is worth 2 points and comes to you from Thatch. Thatch wrote this question.
Oh, so kind of Thatch. Yeah, so kind of Thatch to give us some trivia.
In Generation 2, it is not typical for all of the Kanto gym leaders to give away TMs. In fact, only 2 of them actually do. Who are the 2 gym leaders in Kanto that give you TMs?
That's a tough one.
Oh, man. For some reason, Brock is jumping out at me. I want to say Brock still gives you something.
I feel like Janine might, because she was technically a new gym leader.
That's not
and
bad.
Blue
reasoning.
was a new gym leader as well.
Yeah, but Blue. I don't think Blue would give you anything. I mean, he doesn't have an elemental type at all.
Which is why it would. Well, I mean, so I just beat the first gym, and Faulkner gives you Mud Slap, which isn't a flying type move. Go figure that out.
That's a good point. Yeah. Okay. Man, that's a tough question.
Well, I mean, like, fortunately, there's only a limited number of answers.
Yes. And,
Any combination of two.
Let's see. I can probably safely rule out Misty. I'm pretty certain about that. Janine's not a bad guess. I don't recall Surge giving you one.
I don't recall Erica giving you one either.
Okay.
Although, I don't know. It's been, like, a very long time.
Well, I'm just thinking about ones who, like, are just kind of, like... So, like, Misty did have, like, her particular story element where, you had to get the machine part and then go break up her date and all that other stuff.
So rude. She was on a date, and then you just ruin it.
Man, so... I also, like, Blaine doesn't stick out to me in particular. I feel like it's probably Blue, Brock, or Janine.
Well, do you want to use your clue on this one?
Yeah, let's go ahead and use our hint.
Ooh, okay. Man, I have to come up with a hint now. Let's see. If you were to collect the badges in the correct order in Kanto, using the Gen 1 order, these two gym leaders would be right next to each other.
Oh.
It would be one after the other, I believe. Let me double check. I think that's correct.
Well, the quote-unquote correct gym order is suspect.
Using Kanto. Oh, that's true as well. But,
if you use like the I believe it's the trainer card.
Okay.
The trainer card, because let me repeat it to you so that you guys know what the order is.
Oh, it's Brock, Misty, Surge, Erica, Koga, Sabrina.
Yes.
Blaine.
If you were to go through the order and in that order, if you were to go through in that order, these two gym leaders would be consecutive.
You'll notice everyone remembers these characters' names, but not the Sinnoh gym leaders.
Yeah, exactly.
So what do you think about with that as a hint? What do you think about Janine and Sabrina?
Yeah, I think that could work.
Should we try it?
Sure.
All right, we're gonna go with Janine and Sabrina.
All right, that is correct on one account and unfortunately incorrect on another. So the answer is Janine and Erica. Erica gives you Giga Drain, and Janine, I believe, gives you probably Sludge Bomb.
I was assuming it was Toxic.
Yeah. Oh, Toxic is probably what she gives you. Let me double check. She probably gives you something like easy peasy, something nice.
And that was the improved Giga Drain with
that was the improved Giga Drain, exactly.
And 60 power.
Yeah. So there you go. So you guys are at 2 points today.
All right.
You gotta close it out here, Snag. You gotta close it out.
All right.
Let's see. Okay. So this next one is also from Linian. In Generation 2, Psychic type underwent a good bit of nerf compared to its Generation 1 self. The addition of Dark and Steel type offered defensive options to help defeat the typing. But one other thing happened to the type chart concerning Psychic types. What was it?
Bug types became super effective against Psychic types.
Wasn't that true to begin with?
I don't think that was true to begin with.
Because I thought one of the things was that bug types were super effective. There just weren't really any bug type attacks.
I can't remember if that was it, or if they made them weak to bugs and they weren't weak to bugs beforehand. They added a weakness. And so the only other options are Ghost and Bug, I believe.
They've always been weak to Ghost. Again,
then I think it's Bug.
And just to be clear, Thatch, we're talking about the actual type chart, not the in-game mechanics.
Not the in-game mechanics. No, this would be because of the type chart. The type chart changed. Not only did you get the dark and the steel typing, but you also got another change. Something became super effective to Psychic that was not super effective.
So the only options, it's a 50-50 between Ghost and Bug. And if you're saying they were always weak to Ghost, then the only possibility is Bug.
Let's run with that then. I'll take it.
Bug is your final. Bug being super effective is your final answer.
Yes.
That is unfortunately incorrect.
Darn it. Was it Ghost?
So it turned out Psychic type Pokemon in Generation 1 were immune to Ghost types.
What?
Yes.
Whoa. Are we sure, like, this is on the actual type chart that Psychic were actually immune to it? This wasn't an in-game mechanic?
Yes. What do you mean by in-game mechanic? This was the type chart.
The type chart had them immune to Ghost.
Yes.
Wow, that
What a huge
literally
nerf with
surprised
those
me.
whole 4 ghost types, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, also I think the only move that would have like triggered it as well. So like you had the same thing for Bug in Generation 1, right? In Generation 1 you had Twin Needle as like your only attacking Bug type move, and that was on Beedrill. You're never going to use that. And then the other one was saying Ghost, you had Nightshade and Lick. And so you weren't using Nightshade and you weren't using Lick because they're way better moves. Also, it makes it really difficult to determine if things were immune in Gen 1 as well due to the language that they used for like misses and
Same in
like
Gen
that.
2.
Yeah, same with Gen 2.
I've got a
believe you,
Zubat
Thatch.
that uses Supersonic, and it says it had no effect when it missed.
I believe you, Thatch, but I don't believe you.
I mean, I'll send you the link.
All right.
I'll send you the link.
I'll look at the link, but I have a guidebook somewhere that has a type chart. I think I'm gonna go look at that too.
I think it might lie to you, but this was the effective type chart. Maybe because it might have been something that they messed up in the code, but that was the case with the type chart.
That's what I thought it was. I thought it was more of a code issue than the actual type chart. But anyways, let's take the last question. Then I'll see if I can get I'll fight for my point.
Do it. I'll take it. I'll let it happen. All right. So this next question, I always ask you guys about types. So this is a very Gen 2 themed question in that the answer doesn't necessarily have to be a Gen 2 Pokemon, but because Steel type was introduced in Generation 2, and we also got the special attack, special defense split in Generation 2. I want to know what Steel type Pokemon that isn't Aegislash has the highest special attack.
Dialga has 150, so nothing's higher than 150.
Okay, so that isn't Aegislash. It's like, well, Aegislash. No,
I mean, it's tied for Aegislash,
yeah.
unless there's something higher.
Dialga.
I'm going through the Ultra Beast just in case because they have really ridiculous stats.
Yeah,
but
I'll say-
Arcana's physical, and
I'll say-
Celesteela is too bulky to have an absurd attack stat.
I'll
So
say
I feel like it's a Dialga. I can't think of anything that might be higher.
I can't think either. I want to say Sizer's physical. Klefki wouldn't get that high for sure. Man, is there anything that actually came out in Gen 2 that would have a higher? Like, what about Magnezone? Is that not high enough?
No, it's like 130. I think it's definitely below 150.
Okay, and Steelix is physical.
Yes,
Steelix
Steelix only has an 80 attack and then 200 defense. Its special defense is quite low, actually.
We're doing special attack, right?
No, we're doing
Yes.
special defense. Oh, yeah.
No, special attack.
Right. I'm
Special
thinking
attack,
defense.
okay.
Yeah. I think it's Dialga.
Let's run with it. Yeah.
All right, that is correct.
Yay.
Dialga has a base 150 special attack, and that is highest. It's tied with Aegislash. I just didn't want you guys to answer Aegislash. And I wanted to remove an answer. So there we go. That is correct. That gives you guys 3 points. Snag, I will let you argue for it though.
I think I know exactly where that book is. I'm going to dig it out, and I'm going to see what that type chart says.
Do it.
I just looked up the type chart as well, and no, that was correct. But
I'm
it's
gonna
so
look at
sad
my-
because now you're going to get the 30 points during Game Corner. And
That doesn't count though. That doesn't count. You have
Why
to
doesn't
actually
it
be on the
count?
show to cross the 30. You have to be on the show to cross 30.
Whimsicott might sneak in and take it from me. Dang. I'll have to take a look. I'll have to take a look at the list and put my name down before her.
to join you.
You can always join her as well.
I could, yes. All right, but all right.
Yeah, okay. That is it. Let me update the trivia score real quick. Maybe Snag can pull it out. Oh, I did not do the soundboard, and but that does. I mean, that shifts things significantly. Let me find Sublime. Oh wow, Sublime. Good for you. I stopped it. Why did it do that? Okay, and so we're gonna reset everything. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do sort sheet. Oops, wrong way. All right, Snag, you are still in first place with 29 points. Unfortunately, to get that 30th point, you can't get it from Game Corner. You have to be here. Whimsicott is in second place with 26 points. Jushiro is in third place with 25 points.
Oh man.
Viger is in fourth place with 19 points. Sublime, you're now in fifth place with 18 points. Zcron, you are in sixth place with 17 points. Mr. Maximus, is tied with Dr. Shamu for 16 points. Bo is in 9th with 11, Basket in 10th with 7, and Gator bringing up the rear with 5. So that's where we're at. We're so close, Snag. So close.
I know.
I thought you were gonna get it today. I thought you were gonna get it. You were so close with the Janine. You went the wrong way.
I know we did. I say 4 is a high mark to hit, but we'll see.
Yeah. You hit the average. Don't feel bad.
But during the break, I'm gonna go grab that guidebook and
absolutely.
I'll show it to you, and maybe let it go through.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll see.
Right.
If the guidebook, I will make it right now. If the guidebook says that Ghost type is super effective to Psychic type in Gen 1, I will give it to you.
All right.
I would like to announce that Snag has now won PuCL PokeQuiz. Those are the words. Because he sent me the sheet from the official guidebook from Nintendo Power that does state that it is supposed to be super effective against Psychic, or Ghost is supposed to be super effective against Psychic. So that's 30 points. Congratulations to Snag. Sublime's now in the lead with 3 points, and everybody else has 0.
Wait, should I have 4 if we're counting that point?
Oh yeah, 4. Yeah, you have 4 points, and everybody else has 0. There we go. It reset. That was a close one though. Like, we got a lot of people up in the 20s this time.
It was, and that's why I looked at the list and like, oh crap, I got to get in before Whimsicott.
Everybody's at 0 now, so that's except for Sublime. Sublime's winning.
All right.
You can have your coasters and eat them too one day.
I will
when we get to them. What do you want? What are you going to say, Sublime?
I will eat off of those coasters.
Those coasters are cool. She makes cool coasters.
She makes awesome coasters.
We hope you like that. If you want to keep up with PuCL throughout the week, you can go over to the main feed at PuCL Podcast, or you could, of course, just check us out on Discord. Link is in the show notes. You can always support the show in a number of ways by checking out our YouTube channel for more content. You can also check out our Twitch at twitch.tv/ThePuCL and our YouTube is youtube.com/PuCL Podcast. You can, of course, help support the show in a variety of different ways. The first being checking out our TeePublic store or purchasing something. You could also go ahead and you can go subscribe to us on Twitch with the Twitch Prime membership, or you can go buy some Vite Ramen using code PuCL at checkout for a 10% discount. Or, more importantly, you can go to our Patreon at patreon.com/PuCL Podcast. But we hope you liked it, and we will catch you guys on the flip-flop.